Yeah, you can start. I'll just look like a fucking fool for now.
No, I have no idea what happened. Sorry to everybody that joined us before. I think we're still on. We were on for 23 seconds last time. I don't know what the hell happened last time, but thank you for joining. Still waiting for Texas Tourist to get up here. Dude, if you want to, Skinny. Only if you want to, dude. These guys, Enzo, he's going to light up Liga Privada Anniversario 10 or 10-year Anniversario. I think that's what Texas is smoking too, Texas Taurus.
That's the only reason I pulled it out, because that's what he was smoking. I had a bunch of other shit lined up too.
You had some Opus stuff. You had some good shit.
Yeah, I wanted to go with the Divine Inspiration, but I was like, well, since Texas is smoking this one and I have it, and I'm not a huge fan of Liga, I was like, I'll give it a shot, you know?
Yeah.
So I ended up
what a
out.
background, Texas. What a background, dude.
See the blue on the side. I like totally failed on that one.
Yeah, you just look like you're Polish right now.
Right.
What's up, Albert? How's it going, man? How's it going, Cali Cigars? Sorry about the little hiccup before. I have no idea what the hell I did. It was something like Twitter wasn't working, and I had to like configure Twitter, and then something to do with that just like ended everything. So I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Enzo has the Anniversario 10. I have the Isla del Cocodrilo. It'll focus. Why isn't it focusing? Jeez Louise. There we go. That took long enough. How's everybody's Sundays going? How's your Sunday, Texas?
So far, so good, man. I've just been like doing stuff around the house. Cleaned the budgie cage.
Mm-hmm.
Did some grocery shopping. Down here after COVID, we kept on doing that grocery delivery, and we just do it because it just saves us time. When you got 1,000 kids like us, man, we just do the delivery, just pick it online, and just have it delivered for like an extra $20. So it's worth it to me. Yeah, nothing too exciting. We did a family outing yesterday. It was pretty cool. We went to it's like arcade.
Drove by Taco Bell.
Yeah, we drove by Taco Bell. That was the fancy Taco Bell over here, or at least it looked fancy. Yeah, but yeah, it's been a good weekend so far. So good, and I don't think I smoked yesterday. No, I didn't smoke yesterday. I fell asleep. I was so tired, man.
Hey, for me, a lot of cigars I smoke to relax, and if I'm already tired and ready for bed, it's okay. You know, I could go without for the day.
Yep.
Dude, Enzo, how's your weekend? How's the Liga 10 started out? How's the new career going? Did you start yet?
Yeah, man. 1 week, first week down, first week in the books.
Nice, dude.
It was chill, man. I wasn't nervous at first, but I just didn't know what to expect. So just like, fuck, I don't know anything. I've never worked construction in my life, so I'm just like, fuck, what am I getting into? But it's honestly just what they say. Just show up on time and have a good attitude, and you're fine. You know, just do what they tell you to do, and you're good. So it was fun. For the whole first week, we were just pulling a bunch of wire. So it was just pretty fucking simple. I didn't have to do too much thinking or anything. Just fucking brute fucking strength and just pulling wire, you know?
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was fun. Between that and my other job, yeah, man, I'm fucking tired. You know? Like, I'm fucking exhausted. But that's what I signed up for. So it's just like, I can't complain. Like, I'm just like, cool, this is my life right now. So I'm just
do you have both Saturday and Sunday off, or just Sunday off for now?
No, I don't.
No days off.
No days off. Yeah. So I'm going to work tonight at 7 p.m.
Damn. Where's the site at?
It's at a comedy club, Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank.
Okay, that's cool, dude. Well, dude, I mean, it's a huge shift just in lifestyle and everything, especially like working the hours that construction works.
Yeah, 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Sorry, yeah, freaking.
I can see the reflection of the person walking by.
6 a.m. to 2:30. You know, so
Mhm.
I'm up at 4 to drive. It's a lot of windshield time too, especially in LA traffic. So a lot of windshield time. But yeah, man, it's just like that's what I asked for, and I'm just doing it, man. I'm just doing it. But it's cool because with like that lifestyle change, it also makes you implement other things to like help that schedule with like diet and stuff like that. So I'm meal prepping again and stuff like that. So just I don't spend out. I don't really have too much time on my breaks anyway. It's just like I just want to have everything prepped and ready to go. Grill some chicken, made some rice, get some avocados, boom, have a couple meals for the work shift. So it also helps that too, you know? So it helps dial in other little things. So it's just like,
dude, you're eating clean, Enzo. Jeez Louise, clean eating.
Trying, man, fucking trying. I slip up every now and then at the comedy club. You know, I'll have like some wings or some shit like that. But for the most part, when I'm there, I'll do chicken, veggies, and avocado.
Well, and then also that's the way, especially with like how active you have to be with your schedule. That's the best way to not feel bogged. One of the best ways to not feel bogged down, like not eat shit. You know, eat clean, cleaner.
Yeah, I definitely need all the energy I can get. You know, so it's just like I don't want to feel groggy or fucking cranky because my diet's fucked up. You know, so if I can eat clean, have a clean mind, I should go on for longer. I shouldn't burn out as quick. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it sucks, Anthony. Opened a fresh box yesterday, and the first one I grabbed, it tunnel on me. Are you talking about the Isla? Which cigar? La Antigüedad. Yeah, I've had it before. It was of my father. It was okay. Have you guys had the La Antigüedad?
Nope.
No.
Not that I know.
Yeah. It was a release that came out after the Flor de las Antillas. I was like, oh, that's kind of a similar band to the Flor de las Antillas. Oh, this cigar is not as good as the Flor de las Antillas. Then I just forgot about it.
Is that Aroma de Cuba?
No, it's my father. It's my father.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. I had that one. The Flor de Antillas.
Yeah. What's up, Matt? Dude, yeah, if you want to hop on, let us know. You're a funny dude, so it'd be cool to have you on.
Yeah.
He's a funny ass dude.
I'm just waiting for Texas to let loose, and then I'll start cranking them out the park too. I'm like testing the waters, seeing where this life is gonna go before it just goes off the rails with me in Texas.
Dude, yeah, you gotta get his kids. His kids need to not be home, and he needs to be like 3 sheets to the wind, or at least 1 sheet to the wind.
I do have some trigger words, so it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all remember Pee Wee Herman, where he had the word of the day, and whenever anyone said the word of the day, like everyone went nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up, Lawrence? Lawrence, if you want to hop on, let us know, man. We'll get you on here.
Doggy Brody.
Camacho Blackout. I haven't even heard of that. I know about the Triple Maduro. I haven't heard about the Blackout though. And the Broadleaf. Have you heard of that one? Either guys? No.
Oh. I mean, I would.
Blackout.
This hasn't.
True. Good point. That's right up. That's your bread and butter.
At one point, I wanted to buy a box of Camacho Broadleaf when they first came out, and I could never replicate anything remotely close to what I experienced the first 2 I smoked ever. But I have given up.
Yep.
Finally.
Good. For your own good, for your own wallet, for your own bank account. It's a lost venture that trying to find a good broadleaf, a Camacho broadleaf.
Yeah.
Dude, how's the League of 10 treating you, Enzo?
A shitload of smoke output, which is expected from the league. I'm just like fucking fuck, you
Just
know?
dodging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bobbing, leaving the smoke. But off the first couple ones, I was like, oh shit, what is this? But now it's starting to balance out, like just fairly into it. And it's pleasant. It's pleasant. It's looks could be deceiving, you know. You see a cigar like this, you're like, oh shit, you know, like it looks rough, but no, it's actually really, really balanced, really nice.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this
good.
one. It's definitely. I mean, I had a Liga 9 the other day, and it was so delicious. And when I went to the local shop, I was gonna grab another Liga 9. I saw the Liga 10. I was like, I had never tried it before. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try something new. And so I picked it up, and so far it's been fantastic. I'm enjoying it.
What are the main notes you guys are picking? Is it chocolatey? I'm guessing chocolatey, probably the most prominent flavor.
I'm not there yet. I'm definitely not chocolatey yet.
There was some cherry, and actually I like cherry. There was a very light cherry note. You know, one cigar that I had that had a lot of cherry that I could never get it to give me the cherry note ever again was the West Tampa Red. The West Tampa Red. The first two West Tampa Reds I had were so good, and then I could never get them to duplicate like what I had.
What's up with you? What's up with you having like the first two are fantastic, then all the subsequent ones after suck ass?
I don't know
what happens, Taurus.
I don't know, man. And I mean, I keep my stuff at like right at high 60s humidity. I've noticed when I get them I've tried them from different places and to try to rule out like if it's other things, but it's been the same. Like, yeah, I'll try from like 2 or 3 different spots, and I'll even get them from the same spot that I had luck where I did enjoy them a lot, but I don't know what's going on.
Dude, Enzo, are you gonna do stand up, bro?
I think with time I'll be down. Like I realized that because I even took they do like a course there for like intro to comedy and like kind of like teach you how to like set up and like go on stage because it's way different. Like I can riff and just go like off the top and have a good time, but to actually have a set that's like a tight 5 minutes to just like do open mics with, like it's a lot harder than I thought. I'll write shit down and I'm like, fuck, that's too wordy, or that's not gonna like it doesn't get a laugh necessarily, or it's just like cheap jokes, you know, like dick jokes or shit jokes. Just like I'm really trying to like tell my story through comedy, through humor, like, but it's just like, dude, it's fucking hard, you know? So especially with my schedule now, like I'm like, all right, fuck, where am I gonna squeeze that in? So that definitely is a dream of mine, is to do stand-up, to become a comedian. But as of right now, like, yeah, I'm not actively writing. Like, I'll have something I thought, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. I'll write it down or something. And then I'll just revisit it whenever I can to try to actually make something out of it. But I haven't done any open mics, and I haven't done, like, any other steps besides taking that class to actually do stand-up. But, yeah, we'll see with time where life takes me, where I can squeeze that in, man.
Yeah, dude, because, like, because I watch a lot of Kill Tony. Like, you know, a lot of first-time people go up there. A lot of, like, you know, just open micers, not professionals go up there mostly. It's charisma. That's the main thing that the person needs to have. If the person has charisma, the last will follow. And if they're naturally funny with charisma, that's a winning ticket. Yeah. If they don't, if they have the charisma, but they're not that funny, they may be a good interview, but their stand-up, their minute may suck. But like you gotta, the thing that I see the most is like people that bomb the hardest are people that just like are meek. They don't like, they're just not good at communicating. They don't use their hands. They're not expressive. They just kind of sit there, just like standing with their hands up to their sides. Like the person that does the best is the person that has the charisma with stand up, which all the best stand up comedians do.
Either that or have a mental illness, you'll get a golden ticket there.
That's the ticket. That's the ticket with Kill Tony.
Yeah, it's interesting, man, because like you said, like you have to have the charisma, and like I like to think that I have some of that, but when I was on stage trying to tell a joke, dude, that my personality went right out the fucking window, you know? So
no, that's why you got to do it. You got to continue to do it and like immerse yourself.
Yeah, that's why I trip out on the people that do it their first time and they didn't do that bad, or they're like that comfortable in front of that many people and they know that millions of people are watching and they didn't do that bad. Like their first time wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. I'm like, damn, that person actually has like an upper hand because they still had that charisma, even though it was their first fucking time ever trying it, you know? Where I know I would probably be like, okay, like just so much is going through my head. Being a fan of comedy, I know like don't fuck this up, you know?
Yeah. Well, especially like with that opportunity, if you do get the call for Kill Tone, like if you randomly get picked out of 200 people, you know. Texas, with your sense of humor, have you ever thought about doing comedy? You're a funny guy.
Vaguely, I was because I've seen where like what Enzo was talking about how they have classes and stuff like that.
There's a formula.
Yeah, I mean, got to be some structure to it. I mean, you know, if I did anything like it, I mean, I got so many stories, man. I would probably be more or less like just making myself laugh. But it was kind of like one of those things that thought that came in and went, you know. But I mean, I love comedy. Like one of my favorite comedians is Chappelle, like Richard Pryor. Like if you want to go way back, like Cat Williams.
Anybody else? Anybody else from that era you want to mention? Texas?
I love. Oh, I grew up watching Saturday Night Live when it was funny. Like when they had Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. If we're going in that era, I know you're. I mean, as soon as you say who you're probably thinking of, I'm probably gonna get myself an ass. But
the cause,
like Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't talk about Bill no more. No,
it's all right. He's out, right? Everyone's like,
dead?
right, he's out.
Not out of the court of public opinion. That's for damn sure. But technically, he's out of jail, yeah.
But was one of the fucking greatest to do it, though, you know?
He is. He was. And it's,
I'm more of a fan of his later work, but yeah, the early stuff was great, too.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy was solid.
Oh, yeah, dude. He killed.
Carlin, Murphy.
Chappelle.
Mark Norman. No, sorry. Fucking Norm Macdonald. In that era, you know?
Mark Norman's good. Norman's good, too.
But I was talking about like more older comedians, you know?
Older, yeah. Have you seen that when Mark Norman does that live interview on like Cleveland news, like morning news, and he's like saying all this totally inappropriate shit and like this to this lady that's like trying to keep her like a straight face.
Yeah.
And she makes it to where it's like she has to end the interview because he's like, yeah, I've just been farting in the green room. Like, oh, dude, do you call with women, it's different. You call it queefing, right? And she's like, oh my God, like, are you serious? This is like 10 a.m. news. What are you doing, you dumbass?
She kept it pretty cool though. She was like also laughing, but was like shocked as well.
Ah, shit. I gotta I forgot that I sent Sal the message too, but we started another live stream because I fucked up the first one.
Got to send him the other one, huh?
I got to send him the updated one.
Nice. Hell yeah, Sal's gonna do it. That's awesome,
brother Sal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so use that energy while you're young, man, with that construction work. I did that when I was younger, man, and even being young and having energy, man, you'll get drained. So just take care of your body.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just like, man, I'm still young. You know, I'm not too young, but I was just like, I'm still young, and I fucked off all my 20s just partying and having a good time.
No, you got that.
So now I'm just like, fuck it, I'll sacrifice my 30s and just fucking grind. I'm still young, you know? So it's just like, I'll just grind and we'll complain about it later, dude. But no, I do practice like good form. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a picture of me like pulling the wire. And it's like thick wire, dude. Like each one was like 2 inches or something like that. So it's fucking thick. So a lot of people, they'll just like stand and start pulling it like that and use their legs as like their trunk to like pull it. I fucking sat down. They're all like, what the fuck? This guy's sitting? And I treated it like a seated row, you know, like just like a cable row. And I lasted way longer than if I was just standing pulling everything. I'll just like hinge at the hips and just fucking easily just pull. And I was like, cool. I didn't end up gassing out. So I was just like, I'm definitely doing like little things to try to practice good form. So like I can last a lot longer doing this job.
I think that's the first time that I ever heard that someone got worn out from 2 inches, something 2 inches and thick. Sorry. That's like, screw you, man. I don't want another strike.
Nah, that's the thing. Like, we can be as dirty as we want. That won't get us a strike. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Hugo. I appreciate it, man.
Nah. Enzo has charisma, man. He does that. He does the. Dude, you gotta have charisma to be able to do the ritual by yourself most of the time, you know, to carry the show. You gotta have some charisma.
That's just
Mickey Flanagan.
If you do like the 5-minute stand up, I mean, you could just go off 5 minutes on like tortas or Thailand or something like that. I mean, you got all kinds of content with that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But to keep it tight, the formula, it's like, dude, it's a lot harder than what I anticipated it would be. I mean, I still want to do it. I just have to write. And I'm the worst when, like, even text messages. I'm the worst with writing. Like, my friends will send me, like, long-ass things, and they can articulate their thoughts into text or writing in such a nice way. And I'm just like, yeah, cool, dude. You know, just like, that's just how I am. I'm just like, they're like, what the fuck? Like yeah. Writing for me isn't a strong suit. You know, I fucked off in school. So to actually write down the setup, punch, 2-3 sentence, just boom, boom, was a lot harder than I anticipated. So it's just like, but it's, like you said, it's just like practice, just repetition. You'll start trimming repetition the once you get there, you know?
Exactly. Never heard of Mickey Flanagan. I'm assuming he's Irish or, you know, Irish descent.
You haven't heard of him either.
This is good. Oh, and another, like, I'm going to start doing live streams on the weekends, whether it's Sunday or Saturday. I'll try not to interfere with ritual, or if it does end up overlapping, we'll just do this if you don't mind, just to, you know, chill together. But another reason why I want to do this is to kind of put into people's minds and put on the radar. We got Sal now. Says he's getting his device connected. But another reason why I want to do this is to kind of indirectly direct people to let them know, if you don't see my channel on YouTube, if you don't see me here, go to the doghouse. Okay. That is what I call my new home. Just in case if YouTube ends up doing to cigar content what might happen to cigar content, get rid of it. We hope that doesn't happen. I want to stay on YouTube for as long as possible. But if they end up leaving me homeless, I have another home built. The doghouse. And it's not Rumble. Rumble sucks. Just know it's not fucking Rumble. You can find me on Rumble, but it's not Rumble. I'm talking about something else. And because of YouTube, I can't directly tell you what it is or where to go. Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, and that was going to be my question. So I was like, where do I find this doghouse? So I'll find out.
Well, where does the, you know, my home? Like, there's other places to call my home. If YouTube's not my home is the home that I built. I built myself. People can figure it out.
Okay. Yep.
And if they can't, they're probably not of smoking age.
No, I think everyone but Taurus already knows, you know?
That's our. Well, shit. Well, we had Sal for a second there.
I heard him for a second.
Yeah. Where you at, Sal? I know he's busy. I think he's working this weekend. He's a busy guy. We are not smoking Cubans. The guys, Enzo in Texas, they're having the Liga 10, the 10 year anniversario. I'm having the Cocodrilo. So no Cubans for me. I had a Cuban last night though. I had a Partagas short. It was very good.
Nice.
He has charisma for sure. Sal,
What's going on, guys?
What up?
we
Sal?
got you. So sorry about the confusion, man. We had to stop the live stream we didn't stop it. It stopped itself. So we had to create another live stream. That's why when you went to the room, there's nothing there. But so we started another one.
It's okay.
So how's it going, dude? Are you working?
I am working, yeah. I just stepped out for a little bit, got in the car, plugged the phone in, and here I am.
Nice.
Gonna have a quick
Beautiful,
little
dude.
smoke with you guys, and then I'm gonna head back to work.
What you got?
I have a Punch Regios. It's a
Nice.
2017 limited edition. It's nice.
Nice, man.
Hell yeah, Sal.
Mm.
The next burn-in Benjis will be the Saka, right? The
think so.
unicorn.
Yeah, I think that's what I was told. I got one. I'm ready to, do it.
For sure, dude.
Do we know when that's going to be, or it's just still being figured
I
out?
think it's Johnny OCD probably knows. Peter probably has a better idea because that's kind of like they run that show, the Burn and Benji show.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I got the cigar. I'll be there. Send me the link. you know.
Hey,
How's what was that, Enzo?
You have a unicorn too?
Yeah, I had one sent in from Tony Lorenko, subscriber up in like NorCal, I think like somewhere in California, north of me.
Nice.
He sent me a bunch of like insane stuff, including he sent me 2 of the Ometepe, the Plasencia Ometepe, that I know Sal didn't like at all, which I thought it was a good cigar. It just wasn't it wasn't even near $100 cigar.
Okay.
But
Cool.
but yeah. It was for you and for Peter, it was poo-poo. And I can see having Ometepe, like how that cigar could go the way of the dodo. You know?
I think it would make a wonderful fertilizer for someone's, garden or planter on your porch.
Dude,
Whatnot.
it'll make a wonderful fertilizer. It'll make an even better dildo with the tubo. That's the best.
Well,
that's the
yeah.
best service for that cigar.
There you go.
I mean, you get fucked in more ways than one with that thing.
Absolutely.
However, something good could come from that. Something can grow.
Broken glass.
Well, see, so I'm trying to bridge both things, right? You mentioned the glass thing, which we all know looks like a glass dildo. Let's not kid anybody. I think
Not
that's
kid.
actually what it is. And they put a shitty cigar inside of it, and it's kind of like maybe their way of saying, "Go fuck yourself," with this shitty cigar that you just paid $100 for, sucker.
Pretty much.
Therefore, the part I was trying to get to is tearing the cigar up and putting it in your garden to decompose and turn into actually something good and
There you go.
fertilize. Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know. You know what? Forget about that. It's probably not even. It would probably fucking kill whatever we're trying to grow. So just forget it.
Just forget it.
Forget it. This thing is really nice. Though.
Is that the punch, right?
Yeah, AZ. I got this from AZ, I believe. Yeah, super nice. Dark wrapper though, right? I don't know if it's reading. Pretty dark wrapper for a Cuban.
Yeah, that is
Not
pretty
quite,
dark.
not quite a Maduro, but sort of has a little bit of Maduro vibes because there is. I'm picking up some chocolate from here, but it kind of like at first it was sort of like a creamy white chocolate, which was really super cool, and then more of like a cacao chocolate right now. Cool.
Yeah. Dude,
Thank
somebody
you,
called
AZ.
you Enzo. Somebody called you Tim Lincecum.
I don't even know.
He's like Enzo's probably like a foot and a half taller than Tim Lincecum. He was a pitcher for the Giants. That he's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner.
Back-to-back years too, man.
He was dominant for 2 years. Dominant.
When he was a freshman in high school, he was 4'11".
Yep.
When he graduated high school, I think he was like 5'10".
He grew a foot. He grew a foot.
Yeah, he grew a foot, but he was a badass. He pitched with a violence. His motion was very violent, and he ended up, I mean,
he fucked up his back. He fucked up his back, and then he was never the same.
His back and his hip.
Yeah.
And he's
very violent motion.
Guy won 2 Cy Young Awards back to back. He was completely dominant, but he literally he fell apart.
Fell apart.
His body fell apart.
Yeah. So Sal, what's been some of the better cigars you've had as of late? Like say like the last week.
Well, I can tell you when the Dodgers won the World Series.
Oh yeah.
I smoked this beautiful
sorry, Enzo.
No, that's okay. Enzo's from LA, so he's partially okay. He's good either way.
Yes.
Right? Yankees didn't win. Okay, that sucks for Enzo, but he's from LA, so he still got that.
Yeah, at least all my friends are happy.
See, and that's important, man. See, he's an unselfish guy. I smoked a Diplomaticos Bushido, which was like a 109 drop head, kind of Churchill size. It was a regional, Asia Pacifico regional. Man, it was not only the best cigar of the week, possibly the best cigar I've had this year. It was
Diplomatico.
Yes. Amazing cigar. I believe it's from 2014. So 10 years of age on it. Gorgeous wrapper. I mean, just delicious. From light up to like burning my fingers and my lips, nubbing it. Amazing.
Yeah.
If you ever see one, guys, out in the wild, well, hopefully it's real.
Yeah.
And I would recommend smoking that if you want to really have an amazing experience. It will take you somewhere else, right? It will lift you. It's like a spiritual experience. It's that good. Yeah, I would recommend not smoking it in the company of anyone. Just do it yourself. Have your drink or whatever. Spend time with yourself and that cigar, and you will like where you go. I guarantee you. So
I've had one Diplomatico before, and it was like I remember it being unique because I got like a lot. It was like the Torpedo, just the standard, not a Ellie or anything. Yeah.
Number 2.
It was the number 2. It was good. But it had like this very distinct lime, like a lime note to it. That at the time, this was probably like 15 years ago, or 10 years ago. At the time, I never had a cigar with a lime note, or I couldn't discern a lime note. It was good, but it was more interesting than it was amazing,
Like a lime.
I think it's a good.
Like lime. Oh, okay.
Like the fruit.
The essence. Yeah.
I mean, the hunt is half the fun, you know. So
Good point. Good point.
But thanks for asking, Scott. You
Scotty.
know,
Happy hunting, brother.
Yeah, happy hunting, bro. So where's is your where you're working right now, Sal, local to LA?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles, working. The store that we're designing and building right now is in a place called the Grove. It's like an outdoor shopping mall. It's very nice. It's big space.
Yep.
And a very tight deadline, and just have to send about half of the things that we had built back to be retrofitted. So, fun day today, guys.
Another reason why you're working Sunday.
Well, not only are we working Sunday, we're working 24-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Until this thing is done.
Yeah. Gnarly. Gnar.
Anyway, I'm happy to be with you guys. But I didn't even say hi to Enzo or Texas. Hey guys, great to be with you, Matt. Of course, thank you for inviting me on here. Sorry, I'm doing this from my car. I'm parked in front of a post office.
All good.
You know, I just left work to come here and be with you dudes for a little bit, and
It's awesome.
yeah, it's great. Everything's gonna work out beautiful. Just not right now.
not this instant.
Yeah, but you know, I got a smile on my face, I got love in my heart, and I'm happy to be here.
You got friends, Sal. You got friends, brother.
I love that. I got
But,
great friends.
We got great friends, Sal.
Yeah.
And Pete says next Burn and Benji's on the 23rd of November, so later this month. Plenty of time to prepare.
Peter.
Plenty of time to dry box.
I'm there, man. Ready to go. And I think after that we're doing that new Opus fucking whatever Stefano Ricci or no,
The Society.
The
Society.
Opus Society, Manny Ariade or whatever his name is, Ariade.
Yeah.
Hot box.
And does Hotbox, does he tune into your lives, Texas?
Yeah, here and there. I haven't seen him in a while, but I haven't really done. He's actually not too far from me, but he's got some good videos too. I like his. He's got some pretty good shorts. Yeah, Hotbox is
It's
good.
cool,
people.
dude.
Yeah, he's the homie.
I'll just check him out. I don't think I've checked him out yet. It says sup Enzo. Any good Halloween / Day of the Dead stories? Do you guys do anything special for Halloween? I mean, Sal, you're probably still either working or celebrating the Dodger win for Halloween since it was the day after.
Yeah, both. Definitely was working. And I'm still celebrating.
As you should, brother. As you should.
As you should.
That was pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman, man. I'm glad it was him.
Yeah. Poor Garrett Cole. That poor SOB.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, man? He pitched great. He had a lot of gumption, man. A lot of balls, man. That guy pitched great. He gave everything he had, man. There's nothing but respect on that guy, man. He's a tough SOB and a great pitcher.
Yeah, defense just let him down, but he was pitching fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
unearned.
the Dodgers were
the 5 runs. The 5 runs in the 5th inning were all unearned.
Uh-huh.
It's fucked.
But I think clearly the Dodgers were a better team. Anybody will tell you that. they were
It
going
was
to win
just
it.
it was just a matter of time. They're gonna win it in 5 games or 6 games. Like if they went back to LA, 2 days later, 2 days after on like November 1st, they would have won it then. In my opinion, it wasn't gonna go to Game 7.
You're 100. I agree with that 100%. But you know what, man? Anything is possible.
Anything's
But the
possible.
fact that Freddie Freeman was playing with a high ankle sprain, recovering from a broken finger, and had a fucking broken rib, and set all kinds of World Series records, is what a story. What a story. Yeah. And what a great guy. First of all, he's a great guy. He's a great man. He's a great husband, a great father, an amazing baseball player, and a wonderful example for, kids that are looking up to people. He's got a lot of
great
class.
Role model.
He's a great role model, man. And amidst all those injuries, man, this guy, just couldn't not hit a home run every game. Every single game, except for the last one. But, he drove in 2 runs.
Yeah. Special dude. Those veneers, though. They're too perfect. His smile.
Oh, right. Yeah. I could look past that, though. But, yeah, I was like, I was thinking, like, well, are those real? Or, I mean, has he just been blessed with, beautiful teeth? Or that's not my
his smile. His smile is just a little too perfect, but like you said, could look past that. He's it's a man of character. He's a man of great talents. Nothing but the best to him. He's a phenom, and I'm sure like when Braves fans are watching that, they're just like, fuck. Like I hate that because it was all the agent, right, who fucked that all up for like to keep him on the Braves.
Yeah, but you know what, man? The guy won another world championship. He's with an excellent team. I will say one thing about that Dodger team. That is a team. Those guys are bonded. Those guys play together. They play for one another. They're a perfect example of a team of very talented people who are not trying to get individual stats. They're playing to win as a team. So I think it's cool.
And they did just that. As Enzo slowly dies inside.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was brutal to watch. I mean, but I made my bed. I'll fucking sleep in it.
It's your team. That's you're not a bandwagoner. Like you're a guy in LA who's a Yankees fan. You're not. This isn't good. You're old enough now to where it's like you're not going to switch at this point. Like you're sticking with your dogs.
Yeah, I wear my hat to work, my Yankees hat and everything. People are like, "Oh, damn," like still wearing that, huh? And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, fuck, why wouldn't I?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that's just your work hat then, huh?" Now it's just your work hat, and I'm just like, "Oh, fuck off, guys!" Like, while all these Dodger fans are busting their skulls open and blowing their hands off, they can't even just take a win. They have to be fucking shit up, It's just like, come on, people.
That was so horrible when that dude blew his hand off. I saw that on Twitter.
I was like, bro,
insane.
Like a firework?
The guy that was tagging, I guess, and then fell like 3 stories and like cracked his skull or something. You didn't see
I
that
didn't
one?
see that one.
Where
I didn't see that one. That's
and, like
insane.
a pool of blood of his. It's just like you
has
can't
to be
just
dead.
win. Like, he was still breathing. He was still breathing, but it's just like you guys just can't win. Like you have to do all this dumb shit.
No, that's with any team though. There's idiots everywhere. Like when any big city wins a championship, like in Kansas City, same thing. There's a shooting at the parade or whatever. Like dipshits come out in droves when big things happen like this across the world. Yeah. Sadly.
I was downtown. I went over to the place and then met a friend walk down the street around the corner to this great steakhouse called the Palm Restaurant. And it was the evening of Game 4. But I will tell you, the city down there was boarded up, fenced off, and there were police patrolling like crazy. They had a whole like brigade of police on horseback, and obviously in patrol cars. They were expecting something to happen. Now they lost Game 4, but I was like, man, this might be kind of cool. Like I'm here, so some shit's gonna go down, and I'm gonna check it out. But it didn't. I had a great steak dinner, and then smoked some great cigars.
Nice.
How do you take your steak, Sal? How do you like it cooked?
Really kind of just medium, maybe medium rare plus. I don't like it raw. A lot of people do. It's good for them.
I'm in the same boat. I like it medium. I like it red. I like it red, but I don't like it bleeding.
Yeah. I'll do a charred medium rare.
That's good too. That could be wonderful too.
Bony in New York, just some charred medium on that.
Very nice.
Yep.
Very.
What about the man from Texas?
Medium rare New York strip. That's what I like. Or ribeye.
I'm going to rib.
Nice,
I'm a ribeye guy.
I love ribeye. I fucking love ribeye.
And there are very few things in life better than eating a delicious ribeye and then smoking a great cigar.
Oh,
with great friends. It's just really
that's life.
Something I'm really grateful. I feel fortunate that I'm able to. Even that I'm able to sit here in my fucking car and smoke a cigar on the internet with you guys. Grateful for that as well.
That's why I wasn't like bitter about the World Series, because of it, I was able to sit down, with Sal, my friend Hoser, and like I just enjoy the game, smoke great cigars. Like I wouldn't have that if we didn't have that World Series. So it's just like, man, that was awesome. Like we were just hanging out, having a great time. So I was grateful for what it provided, win or lose.
Yeah, and just as an example of the beauty of a true lover of the leaf, right? Enzo was the only guy in the place with his Yankee hat on, rooting for the Yankees. Nobody said a fucking word to him. I think I was like, dude, you're fucking crazy wearing that hat, man. Because that is like LA Dodgers Central, that place. Yeah. Like downtown, those people are hard. Yeah, they are so into it. They have season tickets and blah, 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 whatever. But everybody was courteous and respectful. And after the game, he had guys coming up to him, shaking his hand and, giving him condolences in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to see that. And they were on fire, man. They were on fire. They were going crazy watching the game.
Yeah, there was some chirping. I heard some chirping about it. I didn't pay attention to it. And after, it's all fun. It's all fun. Everyone just gets up. I get up to shake Mike's hand. And because he's a big fan of them. So it's like great game, man. And everyone was coming up to me too, and just like, hey, man, like great game. We're all just chopping it up, smoking cigars. So by the way, Sal, Hoser's on my Instagram. Says hello.
Oh man, tell him, hey, what's up, buddy? Like Hoser.
It's another example of just like cigar people. Cigar people tend to be decent people. They tend to not be shitheads. They tend to not want to start shit and fuck with people. Like if you're in a space where guys are smoking cigars, guys and gals are smoking cigars and watching like in a public setting, watching the World Series, whatever. If there's teams on the other side, that's fine. People like cigar people tend to be really down to earth and tend to be sensible from our experience, and you just prime example of it right there.
Yeah.
World Series game.
Yeah. and they were in the midst of like, you know, being vehemently passionate and like full on screaming and jumping and cheering, and you know, was very robust. But
A lot of emotions. A lot of emotions.
yeah.
But yeah, to go back to Ben's question, dude, for whatever reason, Halloween this year was a dud. I don't know what was going down, but past couple years over here, had a bunch of people, and then now we get like we got boxes of like full size bars where that happens, you know, just like giving out full size bars to the kids. We ordered boxes, and then we bought like another 2 more. Only 3 kids showed up this year. We're like, what the heck? Yeah, we're just like, so I was dressed up by Banana. I got my monkeys with me, you know? And then we're just posted up here, just waiting for people to walk by for like a couple hours. 9 o'clock, we called it, man. We're like, no one's coming. No one's coming this year. For whatever reason, it's just like, no one's coming. So it was sad. It was kind of sad, though.
I heard that too, man. I heard, you know, it was just weird, different. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, because where we live, it's like I'd say the average age is probably like 55, 50. Like it's a slightly older neighborhood where we live. So like for the past, since we've lived here since 2021, there's been like there hasn't been enough kids that have come by to even bother buying candy. Sadly. You know, like, and then this last Halloween, we just had one group of like 10 kids that came around, and that was it. The entire night, that was it. Just that one group. It sucks, you know. And then also, I think they have like Halloween maps, like kind of like Neighbors, like the Neighbors app, to where it's like you can like figure out like, you know, the spots for crime or whatever. Like they have the spots, the best neighborhoods for Halloween trick-or-treating. So I think maybe a lot of kids and a lot of families use stuff like that to kind of hone where to go to get the best candy.
That's true. But little did they know, there's a little hidden gem right here. You know,
they could have came out good.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then to go back to also Sober Cigars comment, where I told them earlier, where there was a couple kids that came through yesterday knocking on the door. And I was like, who the heck are these kids? They were probably like 10 to 12 years old. Just a couple of kids. They're like, knocking on the door. We got the dog barking, the baby sleeping. I was already kind of pissed. I was like, motherfuckers. So they come and they go, oh, hey, man, we're just seeing if you'll like us to wash your cars. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, no, you know what, man? We're good. Don't worry about it. But I realized
it was raining yesterday, too.
Yeah. So it was like before that stuff. Then I was like, my car could use a wash. So I was like, you guys want to wash that one? And like, oh, all right, sure. And I was like, all right, go ahead. It's like, oh, we can't do it today. So when can you do it? You go tomorrow at 1. I was like, all right, fine, sure. How much are you guys going to charge? They look at each other. They go, $30. And I was like, the other kid goes, I was going to say 25. And I was just like, all right, just do it for 30. Be here at 1. 1 o'clock shows up. And then I was waiting. I was like, if these kids show up late, I'm going to give them a lesson in life and being like, you guys messed up, you know? Like, you show up late, you're fired. So, sorry, but you guys can't get the car. They didn't even show up, so I didn't even get the satisfaction of doing that. I was hoping I was going to teach them a lesson, you know, but that didn't happen.
You weren't even able to give them the opportunity to teach them a lesson. Exactly. Give yourself the opportunity to teach them a lesson.
Exactly. I was looking forward to it too.
Oh.
It was gonna be like I already pictured like a whole Larry David scenario where their parents come and just say, "Hey, what the hell, man?" and they just argue with me. You know?
In Texas, you take out the kids for Halloween? Did you do anything special?
Our boys, they're freshmen in high school, and they didn't even want to go anywhere. They just wanted a game. Youngest daughter, she went trick or treating with one of her friends. So the candy tax this year was pretty low. We usually do candy tax, but
I'd say when I stopped trick or treating was probably was probably like 7th or 8th grade. So by freshman in high school, I was like, nah, I'm too old to trick or treat now. Like I'm too grown up. I can't trick or treat. So it's probably the age where I stopped, right where your kids are at, your boys are at.
I told him, I was like, I was here at the house with them. I was like, hey, if you guys want candy, there's tons of houses. Like, because our neighborhood, they usually, people will do like stuff like in their garage, and like they'll have like big setups, and sometimes they'll have like front yard, like
haunted house kind of thing.
Yeah, like it was pretty. I don't know. There's still people doing it, but I even noticed there wasn't really a lot of people, a lot of kids like walking around the neighborhood like in the years past. I don't know. Like I think it was a school night too. I think it was Thursday.
Yeah. So. I heard a lot of kids had a Friday, the day after, off from school.
We let our kids stay home. Like they were tired, and our daughter had a game. So nothing too exciting. I have a question for Enzo. Have you retrohaled this cigar yet?
I've been doing it since the first puff.
Yeah, this one's been pretty good. I started thinking about, because I have my mustache here. Matt, do you ever smoke a cigar so good that the notes stay in your mustache? Like, of course, until you shower, but like sometimes I can.
I can smell cigars like for a bit after smoking. I have burned my mustache on multiple Cubans, because Cubans, the ones I've had recently, the best ones are best at the end. Mm-hmm. Like where you don't want to put it out. You'd think it'd be all charry and just all disgusting by the very end. We're talking like a 1/4 inch. I'm still trying to get every last puff I can out of it. Like I've burned my mustache.
Man.
That's how that Diplomaticos Bushido was. And then last night, also another fucking banger. I smoked a Juan Lopez Hat Trick, which is another regional cigar for Qatar, or however you say it. I don't know. I think it was from 2022 for the World Cup. My God, the best part of that cigar. Well, I didn't want it to end, man. I literally like smoked it to like less, like there was like that much left.
Yeah,
and I just didn't want it to end. So exactly what you're saying, man. It was beautiful, man.
I think that I'm having a Cocodrilo. I'm having a Crocodile, and they're smoking the Liga 10-year anniversario.
Okay. Nice.
This Cocodrilo's cooking, man. This thing is very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, I got a couple teed up in the box.
By how many touchdowns? How many touchdowns did the Dodgers win? 3 goals. Nice. Natural hat trick. Okay. Well, the Vikings are playing. Who are they playing? Sunday Night Football. The Colts. Yeah, we'll see if they get their act together. They've kind of, from being one of the last undefeated teams, they lost 2 in a row these last couple weeks. So we'll see. Okay, Raiders fan, huh? Eesh. Oof. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I have to react that way.
Yeah, that Vegas stadium looks legit.
Oh yeah, Allegiant looks. I've never been inside, but I've driven by it. It looks amazing, and it's like all the. What was that, Sal?
I was gonna say, to me, it looks like a very modern toaster, giant toaster.
Well, it's a lot of black, but that's just to match the Raiders vibe, It's unique, and compared to a lot of other things in Vegas, I like it because Vegas is not my favorite city.
You got glitz, you got glamour, you got strippers, you got gamblers, you got spas, you got shows, and then you got the giant modern toaster. I'm going to the toaster
giant
with
modern toaster.
Yeah, we got married in Vegas. We did the drive-through at Little White Chapel.
Nice, dude.
Something fun and
cheaper.
Short. Well,
a lot cheaper than other weddings.
Oh, for sure. Well, we just did the regular minister, whatever. But I mean, the price is
no Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis, and then if you want little Elvis, like that's like double. Like little Elvis.
Really? I would think it'd be half.
You gotta pay double. You gotta pay double for half the Elvis. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, dude.
What up, Frank?
Good guy. Yeah. We just went over what we're smoking. I have the Cocodrilo. Enzo in Texas are smoking the 10-year. The Liga Bravada 10-year Anniversario. And Sal's smoking a LE Punch.
Almost gone.
Almost gone.
Yeah, Punch was one of the first cigars that I ever started smoking when I worked next to this. Well, I worked at a pizza place like 1997, like in high school, and I made friends with the people that worked at the cigar club next door. So Punch, Macanudo, Romeo and Julieta, like those were some of my first that I enjoyed.
But you were smoking the New World Punch, huh?
I don't know. I just
Honduran Punch. You're probably in all likelihood you're smoking the New World stuff, unless like the people that you got cigars from as a teenager were really really nice to you. But you know,
I gave them free pizza, and they let me buy cigars even though I wasn't supposed to. But
the world may never know. 20 kids, okay, that's a good amount. 20. The Villager limited release. Oh, I dressed up as Pooh Bear. I dressed up as Winnie the Pooh. I was a big Pooh. It was fun. It was fun.
Pooh Daddy.
We went to. I was a Pooh Daddy. Exactly. Yeah, I was Pooh Daddy.
Pooh Daddy.
Pooh Diddy.
Pooh Diddy. There you go.
Yeah. We went to the park that's like attached to our little, condominium units that we all live in. Just had a group of us got together with their dogs. We ate pizza. I just stood around like an idiot eating pizza, wearing a Pooh Bear costume, and then just walked around the neighborhood. There's a group of like kids having a party out in their front like patio area. Like walked by, and then they're like, "Oh, Pooh, Pooh!" I was like, "Yep, that's me. I'm the biggest Pooh you've ever seen." They're just like, "Oh, yay!" And then my wife, she dressed up as Rey from Star Wars. So they're like, all the kids are like, "Oh, you look so cool. You look so cool." But yeah, it was a good low key Halloween. And we were in bed by like 9 p.m. And I was like, got to do this more often. Cause I felt well rested on a Friday for once, which I never do.
Yeah, I was in bed by 9. So I was super happy. I was like, yes. Plus I had to be out the next day at 6 o'clock, so I was happy with that.
I had a weird Halloween, but Halloween for me has been very special. Being a single dad, raising my son by myself, every single Halloween we did it up. Like he had a cool costume. We went trick-or-treating. We did a lot of fun stuff. And I always made sure that no matter like how much work I had to do or this or that there was one time I could remember I had been awake for 36 straight hours working and left.
Yeah.
In time to get him all dressed up. And he was a little kid. get him all dressed up. He was so excited, and I didn't care. I didn't sleep. Looking back on that, man, those are some of the best memories. That excitement and that, fun and getting a bunch of candy and, he always enjoyed getting dressed up and, hanging with his friends and doing all that. And now, it's kind of bittersweet because I don't get to take him trick or treating anymore. And to be honest with you, man, like it kind of hurts. Like I miss that.
Well, yeah. And after like having like multiple decades or, at least a decade and a half of having that kind of routine, having that tradition, for it to just stop out of nowhere, that sucks. Cause you live vicariously. Cause I don't know personally, but I know from seeing my friends, from seeing, just being a human being, you live vicariously through your children. And that's something that you don't, that's something you don't get to partake in anymore through your child.
Yeah, just really beautiful times, beautiful memories, and that's all amazing. But the funny thing is I came home from work and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to a party, and it was with his friends and they had whatever, they were dressed up and they went out, and I was like, oh, okay, kind of sitting there by myself after work, and I'll just smoke a cigar, whatever, have something to eat.
Yeah.
Feeling a little blue, a little melancholy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, I don't know. Today's Sunday. This is like the day of the ritual. So, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was a little choked up,
Mhm.
And I just figured, well, they're going to be gone. I'll be asleep by the time they get back home. And man, like an hour later, I was back home. He's like, yeah, man, we didn't like that party. It just wasn't cool. We're just going to hang out here. And I shared with him my feelings like, man, I really, I get it. I understand. We're grown up, but I really miss going trick-or-treating with you and having that time. And he was like, man, we should have gone trick-or-treating. That would have been way more fun. And so then I was like, all right, well, went to 7-Eleven and I bought 25 pounds of fucking candy. And I just brought it home. I was like, here you go. Happy Halloween, buddy.
How about
So it ended on a good note.
Yeah. A sweet note, a very sweet note, Sal.
Hoo-ha. Yes, it did. But the thing is this. It's life, I don't have an instruction manual on how to do anything really.
Yeah.
Especially navigate those, kind of things, because that's part of like being a parent. Everything is always new. Like, even though you may have routines and this and that, but as you're with someone who's evolving and growing, and it's always something new. And
Yeah.
I allowed myself to feel the way I was feeling, even though part of me was like, man, yeah, he's a fucking grown guy now, man. What are you doing? But
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? But this is how I feel, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna allow myself that because, I was coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
And
And you're honest.
Yeah, I felt that was the important part. And
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing, man. And plus, you and your son just recently went through the loss of your dog that you've had for so long together too. It's like there's certain things that you want to acknowledge and make sure that even though your son isn't of the age to trick or treat at this point, it's good to just like always be transparent and just say like, that even though this isn't something that we could do anymore, I just want you to know, like, I love the time we had doing this, and maybe come up with like another tradition to do on Halloween, something that doesn't involve trick or treating, but you guys watch like scary movies or something like that together, something else.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I like that, man. That's super cool. You know what fucks me up is Facebook. because
Memories.
the memories, and every day the memory is like 11 years ago, and then there he is in this cute little fucking outfit, and
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
but it's also a really sweet thing. So yeah, I'm good.
Sure. And Enzo, were you saying before the live stream that you hadn't had the Underground Maduro yet?
No, I haven't had it yet.
So I haven't had. Sal, have you had the Underground Maduro?
I have.
I'm sure you have.
I think I gave Enzo. I gave you one.
Yep.
That sucker is probably got, I don't know, 5 to 7 years on it.
Nice. Must be mellow at this point.
Yeah, it probably is.
Mm-hmm. That's a good cigar. I like the Underground. Yeah,
There you
baby.
go.
Beautiful deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess they just totally stopped making the sun-grown line, the Underground sun-grown.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I heard that.
Which I'm not too familiar. I like the Dogma, the sun-grown Dojo Dogma, the box press Robusto. It's like a chunky Robusto 5x54. I like that cigar. I guess they're not making that anymore either. I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's along with the sun-grown they're not making anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I mean, they're owned by such a huge company. Who knows why they do
Resources.
anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I just know, unfortunately, maybe minus the 20-acre farms, those cigars that I once liked from them are kind of pale in comparison to what they used to be.
Yeah. Herrera Esteli, though, he still makes good cigars. Those have stayed consistently good from my experience.
In a Lonsdale, man. Anything they make.
Lonsdale Deluxe.
Fucking Lonsdale, rolled at El Titan de Bronze. Those are nice cigars, man. Miami is cool. The Norteño, the Habano. They're all, they're definitely solid cigars, man. I'll go with you there.
The frickin' the Ink Tome, the small batch one. That have you had that yet, Sal? Did I give you one? I think I gave you one.
I think you did. I don't remember if I smoked it. I can't remember right now. I'm sorry.
I hope you didn't, because if you did, that means it wasn't that great of a cigar. You didn't think it was all that great. So I hope you did it yet. But if you haven't yet, I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, it's true. Like I'm getting up there in age, guys. The memory, not what she used to be.
Memory almost full. Memory almost full.
That coupled with a Woody Allen level of anxiety, tends to blur out some memories.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Leah, for sure, dude. Do what you gotta do, man.
Gotta take a fucking.
Thanks for letting us know.
This is a number, guys. I don't know if AZ is watching here, but AZ, thank you, brother. I don't have something to focus with. No.
Damn, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm in my car. Well, let me look to see if I have some tools. Maybe.
Got a cocktail pick? Hopefully
Let's
not
see.
in your
We've
car.
got what do we got here? Oh, a 100-foot tape measure.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? Lots of stuff to draw with.
Yeah, Sharpie's not going to do it.
What we got here? Cam. I got nothing, guys.
Just got to burn your finger, Sal.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing right now. Continue to do so. Oh, shit. But Leo Akins, he just finished Romeo White Churchill's.
Nice. That's a great cigar, man. Okay,
Great
I
cigar.
think I've invented something here, guys.
What'd you do?
Oh, fuck. I just dropped it. Well, I tried to fit it in this thing, and I was...
Okay. Yeah,
that.
that would have been something.
Idea.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to have to get out of the car and try and find this thing before... Hey, it's Keelan. Wow.
What's up, Keelan?
Be right back.
Yeah, don't let your car burn, Sal.
Hey, there it
You
You
is.
got it. It's still lit.
I always keep floss picks in my car. So
That would have done it.
I would have done it. I was just like, I always keep them there. I even keep like floss on me. It's like one of my essentials. And in my car, if I ever like run out of floss, I'd have floss picks. So that definitely would have done it.
Yeah.
I got Angel, Sanjay's brother, on
Nice.
so I want to just wish him a happy belated birthday, man.
Happy belated, dude. When was his birthday?
I think it was on the 1st.
Okay, November 1st.
Yeah, pretty sure it was on the 1st. It was like when they were out there for the big smoke. They also celebrated his birthday. So happy birthday to you, Angel. That's my cigar of the day on Instagram.
Nice. My gosh, we actually got a commenter on Twitch. Wow. People on Twitch watch us. Thank you. Had no idea that was going on. Got Keelan. Thank you for the kind comment, Keelan. Very complimentary words there. What's up, Raj? Good to see you, dude. Love you, Keelan. Miss you, dude.
Yeah, man. Glad to see
Oh,
Keelan
yeah.
there.
That'll work. A fork. That'll work.
Mm. AZ, if you're out
Okay.
there, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Very well could still be watching. Hopefully it is.
What do you think about that comment, Matt?
I think, yeah, I think am I the only but the Drew Estate M81 my favorite? I mean, if you're saying that the M81 Drew Estate is your favorite cigar, you may be the only person. I mean, I know other people that do like that cigar.
Yeah.
My palate can't handle it. Your palate is more rigid than mine, not rigid, rugged than mine. It can handle it. I can't. I'm too much of a wuss to handle that cigar. Have you, Sal? Have you had that one, Enzo? Have you had the M81?
I have had it. Yes, I've smoked.
Or attempted.
No, I've smoked. A few of them. It didn't bother me as much as you, but it's not something that I'm looking to go back to or seek out or even smoke if someone gave it to me. I think I'm done with that, but I didn't have the strong aversion to. I wasn't completely repelled by it. But I don't know what it was. I think the ones I had were a little smoother than normal. But still, it's not. That's not my. It's not really my thing.
Yeah. What about you, Enzo?
I've never had one. For whatever reason, they just don't grab me. The whole. I'm not a big fan of Metallica. I mean, I respect it, but I'm not a big fan of that. And then Drew Estates
You
for the
don't
most
drink.
part. Yeah, I don't drink either, so it's just like. And Drew Estates for the most part, aside from this one that was gifted to me by Peter. So thank you, Papa Peter. This one, and then the only Drew Estate that I really like is the 20-acre farm, the FSG. So that's probably the only Drew Estate I really go to. And that's, I bet it's a completely different from the M81. So I'm just like, I'll just stick to what I like. I'm good.
I think the S84 is a better cigar than the M81.
Okay.
It is.
That.
It is.
It's a decent cigar. Enzo tried. It's a whatever. I think it's an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper.
Yeah.
It's not a 20-acre farm, but it's kind of trying to play into that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Although it's
I haven't had any
more
ones.
bold.
Or any of the blackened lines. I haven't had any of those.
Yes. Yeah. Keelan backed it up like a half hour ago. Yes, we all want to be Sal when we grow up.
Oh man, you guys are fucking awesome. Yeah. Well, look. Yeah. Here you go. I'm smoking a cigar with a fucking plastic fork, guys. What are you gonna do?
Hey, it's ingenuity right there.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I try to hang out with Sal as much as I can. You are who you hang out with, so everyone's trying to become Sal when they grow up.
Don't say things like that out loud. Keep it to yourself. No, you don't have to keep it to yourself. Just jokes. That's all. That's when I grow up. Yeah, Sal. You are growing up, dude. You're a baller. You're a badass, bro.
I may be America's oldest living teenager.
Hey, that's a good life right there. That's a damn good life. Casa Magna, yeah, I had plenty of those when those first came out. They were very affordable at the time too, which I really enjoyed. Sanj just recently sent us a bundle of original release Casa Magnas, and those aged very well. Great cigars with like 17 or 16 years of age on them. So yeah, they're good. They're good. I think they came out with the Casa Magna Connecticut as well. I haven't had that one.
Ow, fuck. I think I've reached the end of this, guys. It's burning me.
Dude, you got at least 10 more minutes of enjoyment out of that cigar.
Right. I'm gonna keep this fork.
Just in case.
Yep.
Right here in the center console. Now I know what to do.
Is that a Cuban cell?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
I don't know.
Not familiar, man. I know the Partagas Black. That's the New World Maduro of the Partagas, I believe, which is it's a punchy cigar, but is it General or Altus? I think it's General. For a General cigar, it's not bad. I've had worse. Haven't watched the game since 2001. Do what you gotta do, Sal. Just take us along with you.
Yeah, no, we're doing it.
Yeah, that would have got me to stop watching too if I was a Raiders fan during that era. Did Taurus's iPhone 2 die again?
You can count on that.
Did.
You can always count on it.
He did upgrade though. He has an iPhone SE second generation. which is a more modern phone at this point.
Okay. But the Raiders really should still be in LA.
That's where they started, right?
Well, no, they started in Oakland, and then I believe the owner of the team and the city had a little falling out, and he's like, fuck it, man. We're going to LA. And
Yeah.
it became like a cultural thing here.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. And there's still lots of, Raiders fans to this day in LA because of that period of time they were here.
I bet you there's a lot more Raiders fans here in LA than there are St. Louis Rams fans in St. Louis.
Hey, what did you guys think about? I know we're going back to the World Series now, but when they had fucking Ice Cube come out and do a West Side Connection fucking song, and then Today Was a Good Day did Bow Down.
That was fucking great.
It was awesome, right? I mean,
That was great.
That was like LA, the fucking quintessential. That was fucking LA, man.
That was honestly, that performance was fucking great. Even
I didn't see it.
Bullpen was fucking jamming out to it. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, this shit goes, man.
And very clever how we changed the words. Like I was thinking, how are they gonna do? Yeah, how are they gonna do this song with, so many references that
bow down to a team that's greater than you. I was like, oh my god, don't do that to us. Man. I was like, oh god, I was like, this is so cool, but fuck.
Got 27 Dodgers coming up on y'all.
Yeah.
That batter, I mean, just he did a great job changing the lyrics.
Yeah.
And made it, appropriate and for the moment. I'm gonna make sure.
I gotta YouTube it.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. It was pretty fucking cool. Then the Yankees had Fat Joe come out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That I didn't think that was that.
Who's Fat Joe?
Well, they probably tried to get Jay-Z and he wouldn't do it. Then maybe they asked Nas and maybe he wouldn't do it. So they got Fat Joe, who's not fat anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
No idea.
But he's still.
Yeah, it's you don't know Fat Joe? You really don't know Fat Joe? He came up with like a big pun.
All the way up.
Yeah, they have he had like Terror Squad. Yeah, he has a bunch of. I wouldn't say good songs, but yeah, he had like a bunch of bangers like in the early 2000s and a bit teens, But, yeah, like all the way up, Lean Back, all those songs,
I think I've heard of Lean Back, the song Lean Back before.
And Lean Back.
Dude,
so
I was a Rush fan. Dude. Like, I don't know any of this shit, man. I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a Rush guy.
Yeah.
Give me some Getty.
Fly by night.
Yeah, right there, baby. Bunch of men smoking cigars and being vulnerable. Quickly, someone tell a penis joke. Okay, talking about Cowboys fandom or lack thereof, thank goodness.
I think JD
have you guys
exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah. Have you when's the last time you picked up a mint note in a cigar? If ever.
Well, it's menthol count as mint?
That's minty. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it's actually the chemical camphor.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And it kind of can taste sort of minty, have that sort of vibe, sometimes pepperminty or minty. But I believe that's Solana was kind of breaking it down to us one day of the, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. at the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Hoser made a video, a really cool video, and he tagged me in it. But I didn't want to post it because it like put the place kind of on blast, like the whole name and the ambiance. I was just like, fuck, I don't want to. I mean, some people know, but still, it's like I don't want to continue to burn it out. So I was just like, gave it a like, but I didn't share it. I was like, no, this has got to stay
Keep
where
it
it's
special, man. Keep it special.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
it was a cool
man.
video, but I was just like, no, I'm not gonna post it and tag
Hey,
it.
Yeah.
Enzo, I'm not kidding you though, man. You know, like when we both get some time and put a couple of fucking shekels together, we got to go to the Palm. It's literally around the corner from the place, man. Get us a great steak dinner, and then go have a great smoke and a nice time.
I'm down, bro. I mean, I'm definitely doing that. I'm stacking up and working hard, so
Yeah,
shouldn't
I
take
know.
too long. So we can definitely set that up.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, did you get the Golden Child and the GFYs?
What was the GF what?
The GFY is from is that Saka?
Yeah, Dunbarton. Yeah.
I just got the golden. I just got the gold. Oh no, that's a Lancero, right?
Yeah.
No, fuck Lanceros. So sorry, so I know you like Lanceros. I know people in the chat like Lanceros. I'm just not a Lancero guy. So I'm not like I'll smoke one if it's given to me, but like typically I'll never go out of my way to procure Lanceros. I did get the Golden Child. I procured some, so those will be coming in soon.
Yeah. I wonder when. I think he's got to wait to get them. I think he gets them this week, and then they should be going out. I did get the Lanceros. I'm gonna check it out, see what it's like. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up, gifting that most of that box.
The Candela. There's a Candela Lancero, isn't there?
I know, and he made a video on Instagram about it, and it was pretty funny. And I had a little back and forth banter with him, and based on that, I was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm just gonna get it."
Nice.
Why not? Only one way to find out for sure. Enzo, what's your take on Lanceros? Being a Lancero yourself.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I like them. I've smoked a good amount of them, but also I'm not like, oh, that's my favorite go-to. But to me, it's just another good size that I am a fan of.
Yeah.
If I see one in a blend that I like, for instance, like a Don Carlos Lancero, then of course I'd want to get one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very clean expression of the wrapper of whatever the blend is.
Yeah,
and you gotta have a good cigar because you can't mask. It's very difficult to mask a bad blend in a Lancero format because there's so little tobacco used in it. So the blend has to be a good blend with a great wrapper. So I respect Lanceros because of that, because it has to be a good cigar. Like, unless you have to be confident in that blend, or else it's very easy for it to turn to shit. So I respect Lanceros for that. I think Sal lost signal.
Yeah, in the parking garage or something like that.
Makes sense.
You're still on the Cocodrilo?
Still on it, dude. Last third, final third.
Nice.
How long you want to go till, Enzo?
It's up to you, dude. We're ready.
You got work at 7.
Yeah, I mean, I still got. I get there quick. Though. I get there in 15 minutes. I'm not tripping.
Nice.
They asked me at 5, and I was like, "No, thank you. Sorry. I'll be there at 7."
Yeah. Iron Fan. Okay. Drill bit. Yeah, that would have done it. Just going through the comments, seeing if there's any questions or anything like that.
There's a question by High Roller Cigar Club. Yeah, right after that one. I mean, that one. I've never had one, and I don't think I ever will want one. Just because I know they're infused cigars. So I can't say I've never had one because I've had the Steel Wheel Star, the #1, which is an infused cigar.
They're not infused though. They just use pipe tobacco, which isn't technically an infused cigar. I don't smoke infused stuff. Like it's very, very rare if I ever do. The last one I had, I think, was it's an acid. I forget the name of it, but it's like seriously like 2.5 inches long. It's like a teeny tiny little one, and it comes in a glass tubo with 2 inside the tubo. That was decent for a flavored cigar. It wasn't horrendous. Like I'll smoke that over a M81 any day. Yeah. But it's just like infused cigars just aren't things that I feel compelled to want to try. You know, there's so much there's so much great cigars out there that aren't infused. It's like, why go back? I will always say infused cigars serve a great purpose to get people who otherwise weren't interested in cigars because the room note on them is so aromatic, I guess, and like so like, you know, I guess synthetic that it can attract people like, oh, what is that? Like it smells like a sweet potpourri or something like that, you know? So I'll always respect flavored cigars for that, for infused cigars for that aspect, but I'll never really like partake in them myself.
Yeah, and then once I went to Knott's Berry Farm recently, and surprisingly, they had a lot of cigar related stuff there.
Yeah.
So and then they even had cigars for sale. I was like, what the heck?
They're insanely overpriced, but they're there.
Well, all they had was acids, deadwoods, and they had Cuban rejects. And I was
and then they had pipe tobacco too, right?
Yeah, they had pipe tobacco as well. But I was like, okay, the fact that they're selling that here just solidifies more of like what not to smoke. You know, if they're selling it here, I'm just like, this is for like those, like you say, people who are trying to get interested in it. But I was just like, yeah, not for me. Someone who smokes, who quickly got access to hanging out with you guys and just so much information and what to smoke, what not to smoke, what to look out for. I'm not looking back at Deadwoods or in any infused cigar, to be honest. As close to infused as I would go was that Stillwell. And it was pleasant, but I was just like, I probably wouldn't get another one, to be honest. Like, I just wouldn't. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. I really just like the fact that Knott's Berry Farm has access to cigars, that they actually offer them. Whatever cigar it may be. I'm happy that they actually have that as an option there.
I was tripping, dude. I was like looking around. Yeah. I wasn't looking around. I was an iPad kid because the UFC fights were on early that day. Mm-hmm. So I was pushing the stroller with my phone propped up on the stroller and just watching the fights. And then my girl was like, oh, check that out. And it was like the Indian with the cigars. And I was just like, what the heck? And then we go to another one. She's like, did you see that store that said cigars? I was like, no. She's like, let's go check it out. I was like, great. Go in there. And I was like, what's going on? There's like a bench that have like these, like, I don't know what they are, just like statues of a guy smoking a cigar with a case up his sleeve. I was like, dude, Knott's is freaking awesome. You know, like, I'm not one for amusement parks. But they had this whole like reptile attraction too, where you could touch snakes. Had my daughter touching the snakes and stuff like that. I was like, man, this is super cool. Like, I hate Disneyland. I'm not a huge fan of like going to Six Flags, but Knott's was like a happy medium for me because it had that cigar stuff. So I was like, oh, this is really cool. Plus, got to do all the other stuff my girl likes too. So I was like, perfect. We're all happy, you know?
Yeah, it's a good middle ground. It's a good middle ground at Knott's. And they have carnival games too, which Disneyland does on the California Adventure side, but not in Disneyland.
I hate
but carnival. Yeah, I think they're fun. I like the chance to win a plushie for my wife or whatever. You know, I think it's cool. But yeah,
getting
just
off.
Yeah, and you always the cards are always stacked against you with carnival games. Like, and you'll spend
for a toy that's like 50 something cents, you know, you're just like paying $10 for it. And then
it's not good.
No, I hate carnival.
That's why I
don't like going to the fair.
You pay for the experience, the thrill to possibly win. That's what you're paying for. You know,
I hate
which is dumb.
Getting hustled, so I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah, and you do get hustled when you play carnival games.
100%. Like, they even do like a trick at the carnivals where they won't give you your change just right away. You know, like you give. One time I went to the fair at a park or something that they set up. I was playing a game, and I gave him like a $20 bill, and he didn't give me my change right. He just like, all right, go ahead. And he's like, oh, like, do you want to keep going? And I was just like, or do you want your change? I was like, fuck it, keep going. But I was like, that's something that they fucking do so that you already. So it's just like, no, just keep it going. And I'm just like, motherfucker, he got me, and I left with nothing.
Let it ride.
I should have just freaking taken my money back, but he had it, so I was just like, fuck it, let's keep going. And I was like, all these little things that they do is just like a science behind it to just take your money. And I'm just like, I hate that feeling. I'm just like, because it makes you feel like a sucker. And I'm just like, oh, great, I got, you know? Same thing like when I bought fake food. Shitty feeling.
Same,
you know?
Same thing. You feel dirty afterwards. You feel sullied.
Yeah,
you know?
You feel violated, you know? You're just like, oh, what just happened to me? I just let that happen.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I love the fact that, you know, Knott's, they have the cigar store Indians. Like, you can buy one there. They have them for sale. It's like $500, $600, some shit like that. Which, I mean, they're handmade, they're hand carved and painted, so it's not, you know, it's not a small deal. They're fucking like 4 or 5 foot tall too. But I just love the fact that they have that, and that's something you would never see at Disneyland, never,
or any other amusement park. To add to that, you know, like Busch Gardens in Florida and stuff like that. They don't have any of that type of stuff, you know, or they have like their niche things. Like Busch Gardens is like a zoo and amusement park. So, that's cool, you know, or SeaWorld or the aquarium. None of that have like tobacco related stuff. And I'm interested in like knowing, why does Knott's have that? Why do they have such a like tie to tobacco products and those Indians that are everywhere? You know, I'm just like, interesting. I want to get to that. There's probably for sure like a cool little history to it.
Yeah, because, you know, Knott's has been around since like over 100 years at this point. I think maybe since like the late 1800s or like, you know, early 1900s. They've been around for a long time. I know they were bought out by Cedar Point, which is like a big conglomerate, you know. But yeah, as far as like the exact reasoning why Knott's specifically has that or is allowed to still have that, I don't know. There's a reason, just don't know.
I went to a store in there. It's like a leather store. You walk in, and you just smell it. You're just like, holy crap! Like, that's a lot of leather. And the guy in there was saying, like, "Oh, do you guys have a season pass?" And I was like, "No, we don't." And he's like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." He's just like, "Do you guys have a Six Flags pass?" And I was like, "What?" Like, no. He's like, "Okay, well, soon you'll be able to use that because Six Flags is buying Knott's. They're doing like they're getting merged." So I was just like thinking about it. I was like, "Damn, if that happens, are they gonna get rid of the tobacco stuff because of that, or
possibly?"
You know, I was like, damn.
Possibly. Yeah.
Well, they are going to do the merger.
Yeah. Buyouts and mergers can fuck up a lot of stuff. Like what makes a particular place special, a buyout or merger can fuck that up for that one particular place.
Yep.
Ooh. Guess.
That's
not good.
Zip up boots. This motherfucker.
All right.
Oh,
it's a joke. Just jokes. I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
That was a good
Anything in the docket? Anything in line that you're looking forward to smoking next, Enzo?
one. Just what I have in there, you know, I have a bunch of like Opus stuff. That new Casa, the new to me, the Casa Cuba, the Divine Inspiration. Besides that, I mean, not really, dude. I'm just gonna, like Sal said, stack up the schmeckles, and then head over to a certain lounge and just stock up on some good treats. You know, some hard to get treats. So I'm still
yes.
One of my things is for sure a box of those white Churchills. You know, I'm going for a box of those. Like, so
dude,
set some money aside and then pull the trigger on that. That's probably gonna happen ASAP too. So once I'm caught up with everything, have some breathing room,
dude,
I'm going for it.
Even Cigar Aficionado got that one right.
Yeah.
They rated it a 96. They got that one right. So good on them.
Yep.
Good on them. I'm gonna turn my lights on here real quick.
Yeah, that's for sure one of my favorite cigars of all time, hands down. It could have just been like the whole experience of being there with everyone and just like having Solana there, but hands down, one of the best cigars I've ever had.
It was that experience at the place was amazing. The one that I did the review of here at my house, that was incredible, just as good, if not even better, because I was able to hone in and focus on the cigar that much more during the review. So I think my experience with it was a little bit more enjoyable, even just smoking it solo. Even though the camaraderie, the experience with the camaraderie was special because of that. Yeah. But the experience with the cigar was more special because I could focus on just the cigar.
We have the SB, the red. I prefer it in a Toro. So that's one that with a blend I do prefer in a Toro, you know. But I'm a fan of the Antra, you know. So that one is a good cigar.
Great cigar.
So
great cigar.
That's a Lancero. I don't know if they're making it in different Vitolas. I think I heard something like that, but I mean they hit the money with the Lancero or whatever it is, a 7x43. So
yeah, it's like right in between a Lancero and a Lonsdale.
Yeah,
it's a unique size.
Yeah, it just looks like
I believe it looks like a Lancero, and I think the new Davidoff Year the Snake. They're releasing that in multiple sizes, and one of the sizes is 7x43.
I haven't been keeping up with too much of the songs because it's just been so fucking busy. I haven't been keeping up with the live streams. I'm working when the live streams are on. But fuck, what happened to the Zodiac Killer? You know?
I know. I know that there's an issue with the packaging.
Okay.
I think they were figuring out a solution to that. I can't speak in you know, I can't confirm anything. I just know that there's issues with how it was packaged, and I'm guessing that probably has something to do with the delays. Once again, I can't confirm anything as the reason why.
No, this 10 was good, bro.
Was that your first Liga?
No, I had the number 9.
Okay, what'd you think of that one?
I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that great. I got it off of, I guess I can't say a website, but one that isn't, I guess, too popular. I'll say this. The website that I got it from, Dry Creek Wrangler School, when he was like getting some traction. You know who that is? The old cowboy. That was a website that was like sponsoring him. So I would go there early. I would buy all my stuff from there because I would watch a bunch of his videos. So
that dude's cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that guy.
Yeah.
So I got it off of that website, and then they were sold out. So I put on like a notify me, and I got a single from there. So I don't know what year it was from or anything. They just sent me a single, so I had that one, and it was okay. I didn't get it. This one to me was better than the 9.
Yeah, I've had a couple of the 10-year anniversarios, and each one was phenomenal. I loved each one of those. And that's the issue with Drew Estate is a QC, the quality control, the consistency from cigar to cigar. Like I've had in the past, I've had number 9s that have been amazing, been absurdly good. But then the last one I had, the Toro that I did a review on, was very mediocre.
Okay.
Very mediocre.
Yeah, they say like obviously the older 9s are the best ones than the ones that they're pumping out now. So
yeah.
But I have a
Yeah,
number
man.
9 as well, the one that Peter sent me. So I have one that Peter sent me, so that one might be better than the one I got.
Yeah, and then the Unbanded they did with that cigar, they all loved it.
They all loved it.
They said, yeah.
It was like an A tier too, so I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you ever smoked pipe tobacco, Enzo? Ever smoked a pipe?
No, I never have. I'm not even like trying to either. I'm good with cigars.
Yeah, it's too much work. I'm too lazy. With a cigar, you can just cut it, light it, you're good. With the pipe, you gotta pack it, you gotta tamper, you gotta baby it a lot more than a cigar. Yeah, that was High Roller's question there.
Yeah, he's just new to YouTube, so I think it's gonna be a lot more content coming out through his page. So I'm excited to see what he comes out with.
Cool, man. I used to work for Marlboro early 2000s when we got canned because of the new tobacco advertising regulations. Yeah, I'm sure that killed a lot of business for a lot of tobacco. Well, dude, we are down. I'm down to the nub here. We're down to 34 people in chat. That's not bad.
That's not
But
bad. But for me, that's fucking amazing.
but yeah, I think we'll call it. We're almost at 2 hours. We'll call that a live stream for tonight. But Enzo, thanks for joining, dude. Great to have you on. Great to hijack the ritual, but also combine the ritual with whatever the fuck I'm doing.
No, yeah, that's always a plus for me. You know, if I can do it with other people and just hang out and have a good time, that's a win in my book, man.
Absolutely, dude. And people don't forget, check out content at the Doghouse. That's exclusive to the Doghouse. Don't forget about that. Stuff you won't see here, you can find at the Doghouse.
Can I give you a note?
Yes.
From the Doghouse?
Give me a note.
When I go on there and I go on to see the videos and it already has the rating on top.
I took it out. Okay, Check again.
Okay, cool. Because I was just like, oh man, I already see it, you know. So I'm just like, well, that kind of like defeats the watching the video, you know.
I've had 4 people reach out to me. I'm like, well, it makes it easy for people to navigate to find other cigars that are that rating. So for that aspect,
you can put it like
I
on
get
the bottom if you have to scroll and it's on the bottom, but not like right up there where it's just like, all right, this is what it's
above the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's nowhere to be found anymore.
Right, cool. Yeah,
you can still find you can in the main search bar, the main search area, you can still find cigars by quality score, but when you click on the video and when you see the videos like, you know, scrolling through, you don't see it anymore.
All right, cool. I'm not the only one from the consumer standpoint that was just like, oh, it's already there, you know.
Yes. So that's gone. If you check again, that'll be gone.
Awesome.
But yeah, thanks to Texas Taurus for joining. Obviously, thanks to Sal too, the freaking Mac Daddy Sal. Thanks for hopping on, bro. And yeah, we'll call that a ritual.
Yes, sir.
All right, dude. Have a good night shift, and we'll talk soon, Enzo.
Sounds good, man.
See you, dude.